Hi, how you doing today? I'm so glad you could join me. I thought today we'd do a black canvas and we'll have a lot of fun with it. So let's start out, have them graphically run all the colors you need to do this painting right across your screen. And we'll start with a titanium white and go around in the same order I have them on my palette. Now we have a black canvas here, as I said, and I've already gone ahead and covered this canvas with a thin coat of sap green and phthalo blue. And I sort of just mixed it on the brush and just covered the entire canvas and brushed it out. So let's go up here and let's have some fun. I'm going to start with a little bit of titanium white. We need a light source in this painting. We need some light in it. So we'll just start with some titanium white and decide where our light source is going to be. It's right there. Make a decision, drop in some color, let it go. Start in the lightest area and work outward. I'm just using little crisscross strokes. Just little X's, just like so. Little X's all over the canvas. Just the way the teacher used to grade my paper in school. A lot of little X's. Okay, now you can do this as many times as you want to get a desired lightness, but I suggest strongly that you clean your brush each time so you don't carry the dirty color back into your light area. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Now we'll go right in here. I'm going to get a little more white. Let's go up here, and I want to make this light area a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter. Just add a little more white. Just use a little crisscross strokes. And blend it out. Blend it out. Okay, and very lightly we go across. And that'll just give us a light source in the back of this painting. Okay. Once again, I'll clean the brush. There we go. Alrighty. I'm going to take a 1-inch brush. A 1-inch brush. And I'm going to go right into some sap green, and some cadmium yellow. And we'll just mix them on the brush here. Let's go up to the canvas and figure out maybe we want to put some indications of little trees back here. Don't want detail, just some little indication. Just let the brush bounce around and let little things happen. There we go. Don't want detail, just little happy things. Okay, maybe. Here and there, wherever. Let the brush play. Let it play. There's another one, wherever you want them. Wherever you want them. Let's add a little paint thinner to our brush here. We'll go into a little yellow ochre, and I'll touch some phthalo blue to it. Yellow ochre with a little phthalo blue in it. Makes sort of a little different shade of green. And we'll just put a little light here and there. And I'm just using the corner of this little brush, just touching. Go into a little Indian yellow, a little cad yellow. Drop a little highlight here and there. Again, you can make as many of these as you want or as few as you want. These are your woods, so you make your own mind up. Everybody sees nature in their own way. There we go. A little touch of highlight here and there. Little things just happening. Still not looking for detail. All I'm looking for is just little things happening way back in the background. Let them happen. There. And over in here it looks a little darker to me, so use darker colors. You don't want as much detail. As it goes away from your light source, there'll be less and less color. Just see little indications. Okay, same thing on the other side over here. Just little indications. We don't want a lot of detail. Most of this will be covered up anyway. Just in case it sort of shows through whatever you have in the foreground. All right. I'm going to go right into, let's go into a little Van Dyke brown, a little burn umber, smallest little amount of white. There. Cut a little roll of paint off. Let's go right up here and right there. We'll just drop in some indications of little tree trunks here and there. Just let them go. Let them have fun. There. Just let the knife bounce around and play. And you can put in all kind of little trunk indications without really working at all. This is just background. You know, and when you're all finished, all these little things that you're doing so quick, people will see them and they think you worked for a month on this painting. And if you're selling your painting, that's when you say, well, the price just went up. Of course, you say that in your mind. You don't tell them that. There. Okay, now let's make some decisions. Let me find a big brush. It goes faster. Maybe now there's some little soft bushes that are playing right back in here. So let's go right into a little cad yellow, sap green. Throw a little brown in there too. That'll dull it down. A little yellow ochre. Just mix all these colors on your brush. And there's many layers of color then on your brush. Okay, let's go up here. Maybe. Right there lives just a happy little bush. He lives right there. Just using the corner of the brush. There. Maybe a little Indian yellow. And just sort of let these play back and forth. All kinds of pretty little things happening. Wherever you want them. Add some sap green. Back in here, I want it darker. So I always want to keep it darker over here, as far away from a light source. A little more of the green and the yellow. Maybe right there, yep. Going back into a little more of the cad yellow, a little brighter color so it shows up against the darker, and we can begin building a few little layers of things in here. Just let them happen. Okay, maybe, yep. Right there is another happy little bush. Just a corner of the big brush here I'm using. Just let all these little things just happen. There. Okay, now we'll add a small amount of permanent red in there. Ooh. There we go. Get a little sparkler out there. Let him sing out there. Every bush, every tree has its own personality. Each one's an individual. So when you paint, you're painting as individuals. Think about the personalities. Each one's different. Each one's your friend, if you let it be. Just let him be your friend. See there? Just layer after layer after layer, bush after bush. It just goes on and on till you run out of canvas or you get tired. You can very easily get carried away. All right, let's have some water down here. So I'm going to go right into a little bit of the titanium white. We'll decide where the water is at. There it is. Just grab a hole. Now I had all the grains and the yellows on the brush. I just add a little white, and we'll pull straight down. Straight down. See, it's picking up all the blue and the green underneath. All kinds of beautiful little things happen just automatically. Touch more of the white. Just a touch more. Pull it down, straight down. It's most important you go straight down. If you go at an angle, your reflections will never look right. It's sort of crazy, but that's what happens. They just don't look right. There. And you can make this water as bright as you want it. Don't get carried away. Color shows up so much stronger on these black canvases. Okay, now very lightly go across. Straight across. Keep these strokes straight. And you have instant reflections. That easy. And you can push these reflections and bend them just by using the brush sideways and pushing. You can make all kinds of beautiful effects. Okay, same old brush. Let's go back into a little bit of the cadmium yellow. And maybe we'll bring this little peninsula down right here, wherever you want it. Oh my gosh, you can just make all kinds of little things happen wherever. There's one. Okay, let's have some fun here. Tell you what, let's do. Let's take the old fan brush, and I'll go right into some Van Dyke brown and burnt umber, and just mix it right on the fan brush. Right on the fan brush. A lot of paint. Pull it through the paint. Wiggle it and then pull it. That sharpens it right up. Okay, let's go up here. Now let's put some little dirt areas in here. It's most important that you follow the lay of the land. If in your mind the land's coming down this way, then make these strokes go that way. Water also always lays in a recessed area. It don't lay on top of the hill. It lays it on the bottom of the hill. Water's lazy. It's lazy. It always looks for the easiest way to go places and place it can lay and be left alone. Don't want to be disturbed. It's lazy. It's like me. Looks for the easy way to do things. Okay, let's take another fan brush. Well, I got all kinds of fan brushes going. I'm going to take a little yellow ochre, a little white, and a little bit of burnt umber. Yellow ochre, burnt umber, a little white. Just pull it through. I don't want to overmix this. You can see all the different things that are happening on that fan brush. A lot of colors. We don't want to overmix. Okay, let's go up here. Now, very lightly, just barely touching and let it play along there. We can put some highlight on some of this dirt. Just barely touching. See, now there when I loaded it, I picked up a little more white. Just all these little colors happen automatically. You don't have to worry about them and try to mix all these different colors. They happen. They happen. They're right there in your brush. And that happens when you load your brush with many colors. And when you put your first color in, put it in very deep. Next color a little less. Next color a little less, right on. But that first one you load deep, and when you want that color, you push hard. So you put the light color normally on the end of the bristle. Dark color in first, normally. And with a little bit of practice, you learn how to load brushes, and you don't even have to think about it. Sometimes it becomes such a habit, I forget to tell you exactly what I'm doing. I just assume everybody is doing it. But I try not to. I try to remember to tell you every step. We really want you to learn how to paint from these shows. And we appreciate you dropping us a line and letting us know, or calling your local station. If you like a show, call your station. Let them know. That's the only way they know. Okay. Now, we can go back into our big brush here, get a little of the color. I'm going to add a small amount of paint thinner. There. And just clean up these edges a little bit here. Add a little grass here and there, come right down on that. Makes it look more real. There we go. And then son of a gun. Isn't that easy? Let's go over here and do it. Right there. Right there. Right there. Bet you never knew it was that easy to create your own world. All right. A little magic white. And, ooh, too much. A little magic white. Let's start over again. A little magic white and the smallest amount of phthalo blue. There. That's better. As you can see, that blue is very strong. Be careful with it. Pull this paint out very flat, and then take your knife and cut across it. That gives you a small amount of paint right up there on the edge of the knife. Okay, let's go up to the canvas. And with that, we can just put all kinds of little happy water lines in here. And yeah, just like you're trying to cut a hole right in the canvas. Just like you're going to cut a hole in it. Here and there, wherever. Let them go. Now this is a very, very thin paint. It's almost like water. It's a liquid. So it'll just come right off your knife when you cut in. If it was a thick paint, it's harder to get off your knife. See, you can just make this go right around corners and wherever you want it to go. Wherever. There it goes, right in there. Okay, let's go right in here. Maybe there's a few little things that are playing out here on the water. This beautiful dark water. It looks almost like a swamp. I grew up in Florida before I moved to Alaska, so I used to play in the swamps when I was a kid. But one thing, if you're going to do a swamp, it always has to have a lot of moss and stuff. So we'll put some moss in this painting for it. So let's have a happy little tree so we can hang some moss if we want to play with it. I'll start with some Van Dyke brown. And maybe, there's a little tree. Lives right here. We'll make this a dead tree. That way it's easy to see. Easy to see. And there's always dead trees in the woods. And when they die, then they make room for a new tree. And it starts all over again. A never-ending cycle. At least we hope it's never-ending. There we go. Boy, this is where some of them boogers would live. Them creatures. The snakes and all kinds of bugs and they're all good. I used to have a pet snake when I was a kid, and he got out of his cage and was loose in the house for months. And my mother found him about 2 o'clock in the morning one night when she went to the bathroom. He was in the bathroom getting him a little drink. Scared her to death, and she said bad things to me. I wasn't allowed to keep snakes in the house anymore. Probably if she hears this, it's going to remind her, and she's going to be mad all over again. But she sure got me about that snake. Okay, enough of that. Let's paint. A little brown. There, and that gives us a nice little dead tree to play with. Take a little permanent red, a little Van Dyke brown. Make it stand out a little more. Let's take a little on the knife. Let's just drop a little bit right here on this edge. This will help him stand out and you can see him a little better. There, it also helps give him a little shape, a little form. Makes it a little more interesting. There, a little bit running right up there. Just where you think light would hit. Just let it play. Maybe on the other side. It's always nice I like to put a little bluish hint on the other side, and it gives it the feeling of reflected light. Just a little blue, touch of white in it. Just here and there. And it gives it a little more character. Now let's put, we were going to have some moss here. I'm going to start out with a lot of paint thinner on my fan brush. I want this paint to be very thin. We'll use a little bit of white, some brown in it, but it's very thin. Very thin. Van Dyke brown, a little white. See how thin it is, almost like water. Okay, let's go up to the canvas. And you figure out where you want these little mossy areas to be. No moss, it just sort of hangs over and hangs down. Not easy, but this thin paint just slides. Boy, it'll just move and slide. If it don't want to stick, add a little more paint thinner to it. Touch, just pull, and you can use a brush this way. Whatever, just lay all these little things in here. And you can put all kinds of beautiful little things hanging. Years ago, as I say, I grew up in Florida. We used to pick the Spanish moss out of trees, and we'd sell it, and they would boil it, and that's what was in mattresses and chairs and stuff. It was a stuffing they used to make it soft. There was all kind of creatures lived in there. Boy, I'd have more bugs on me after spending the day collecting moss. But I like bugs and creatures, so that's all right. Okay, maybe we'll put something in the foreground here. Let's get a big old brush. I'll go into some sap green, some brown, crimson. And maybe, let's make a decision. Maybe there's a nice bush that lives right here. And he comes right down. Just make a decision, throw it in. I tell you what, maybe there's a big tree that lives right here, and you can just see these branches sticking out, and that'll sort of help our composition. Okay? Yes. There. That'll close up that side and help the composition. Make it interesting. Maybe there's a nice tree that lives right here. Wherever you want them. Wherever. Just drop them in. Drop them in. And down here we just fill it up. Okay, maybe before we get too far along, I'm going to go back into some brown here with a liner brush with thin paint. Let's put some little things that are just growing here and there. Just grab a hold and lift upward, pop it upward. All kinds of little weeds and there we are. And wherever you want them, just lift up and put little things growing all over them, just touching. Looks like little cat tails way back here. See there? Just drop them in. All kinds of little things. I'm trying to show you as much as I can in this painting so you'll have a lot of fun. Now if we have moss on this tree, maybe back in here we should show just here and there. Put a few little, since we're making this swampy, put a few little hangy downs back here on these trees too. We don't want them to get lonely. Just wherever you want them, like so. Okay, let's put some highlights on these bushes that we have here. I'll use some cad yellow, sap green, little Indian yellow, yellow ochre, all these colors, mix them on the brush. Go right up here. And just drop in. There's a happy little bush. All of our bushes are happy. Happy, happy. That's what painting's about. There's another one. And you layer these, do one at a time, and layer them. That's what makes the depth in your painting. Okay, let's go up to the top. Right up here on the top. Here, we got this big limb here. Let's just drop a few little highlights here and there. All I'm doing is just barely touching the canvas. Just using just a corner to brush. Just to give some indications. Okay. Now maybe, right here. Right here's a nice big bushy thing, whatever it may be. See, when you finished with this one, it almost didn't look like a black canvas anymore. It almost looks like you started with a white canvas and let all this happen. There. Tell you what, let's have a little land down here. We'll use some brown. Maybe there's a little dirt showing. Just go across with some brown. Let it happen. Wherever you want. Just knock down all your bushes that you work so hard to put up there. A little highlight, a little brown and white. Let that paint break like that. Let it break. Okay, now bring some bushes down so it comes right down into the dirt. You need that to push that dirt down into your painting. Otherwise, it sort of just hangs there or floats around. And a few little bushes here and there, wherever you want them. Just let them happen. Let them happen. Add a little paint thinner to my paint so it's a little thinner. Let's go into some ochre. Drop in a happy little tree. Get my friend right there. Look at all those beautiful bushes you can make with this 1-inch brush. And you're pushing upward here. Sometimes we tap downward, sometimes we push upward, depending on what we want to achieve. And we can take the knife and just use the point and cut in some indications of a few little sticks and twigs. See, we cut through and let the black show through. See? That easy. Makes it look like there's sticks, makes it look like you worked very hard and you hadn't done anything. I hadn't done a thing, hardly. A couple here and there. Okay, maybe. Tell you what, we're running out of time, but I'll do it anyway. Because I think it's fun. Right here, big tree. Van Dyke brown, little burnt umber. And it comes, maybe, there's a limb over here. And there it comes. There, big old tree. Big old tree. And that's an easy way to make a big old tree. We'll give him another little arm there. Go right into a little bit of white. Same brush. Didn't clean it. I just added a little white on the side here. A little tap. Just to give a little highlight. Just enough to make him stand out. And that's an easy way to highlight your tree, give him a little character. And we'll take a little cad yellow, and we'll just very quickly drop some little indications here of some happy little things happening. And we just let the brush bounce around and play. There we go. Just let it bounce around. Wherever you think there might be a leaf, that's where it ought to be. And I think we just about got a completed painting here. You could take your little brush here and hang some moss on it wherever you want them. And you'd have a finished painting, and it's that easy to do. Fix its little foots, and I think we have a painting I'm going to call finished. I'll leave you for today, but I'll see you again next week. And from all of us, happy painting.